What's up, YouTube? Well, you know what time it is. It's hooting and hollering. That's what we're doing. Tired of reason, hooting and hollering. It's time to make our picks for November the 15th. We're going to start out with in the NBA, man. Right now, the Eastern Conference, man, the Cavs is up. They're 8-1. Atlanta second, 7-2. Toronto is 7-2. Charlotte is 6-3, fourth place. The Bulls are 6-4. Milwaukee 5-4, and Detroit is 6-5, along with Boston for the seventh and eighth spot. And in the Western Conference, we got the Clippers, which is surprisingly at 10-1. I mean, whoever would have thought that, right? The Clippers can't buy. They can't buy a win, man. I mean, they always win pretty good, but then they always, injuries always get them, man, in the end of the season. So they're currently in first place, 10-1. The Clippers, Golden State, which is everybody's team, I guess, right now, right? Everybody want to jump on the bandwagon. Golden State is at 8-2. San Antonio is at 8-3. That's my team, the Spurs. I like the Spurs. They're in third. Portland Trailblazers at 7-4. Houston is at 6-4. Utah 7-5, sixth place. Seventh place is OKC. OKC is 6-5, man. I thought that they would do actually pretty good with Westbrook having that chip on his shoulder because Durant left, man. He did kind of show the team off, but he was a legitimate free agent. Even though he joined forces with, obviously the champs, everybody's kind of looking at Durant sideways. And, I mean, they got a right to, but still keep in mind he was a free agent. The Lakers, man, can you believe it? They're 6-5 after losing hella games last year. I'm talking about hella games last year. They're 6-5, man. I mean, I know the season's still young, but hey, you got to give it up to them, man. They're holding down eighth place, and you got Memphis right there, one game behind them at 5-5. So, after about 11 games, man, I never would have thought the Clippers would be first. I would have had them about third, fourth-ish. The Spurs at 8-3 in the Western Conference. They always there, man. Popovich is a great coach. I personally think he is the best coach of all time. And feel free to let me know how you guys feel about that, because I know a lot of you guys probably say Phil Jackson, but Phil ain't coaching right now. And when he did coach, he had all-stars all the time on his team. So let's be real about it. Popovich take international players or just take players and make them a team, making a team effort. They play defense also. And he take a lot of no names and they win, man. So they win consistently. They always win like at least 50 games, 60 games a year, man. So you gotta love a coach like that. I hope he stays around for a long time. But anyway, Portland 7-4, fourth place. I can kind of see that throughout the year. They'll probably stay up in that range. They got that guard play, man, from McCollum and Damian Lillard. So they have enough firepower. I think they'll stay right there. Houston, well, other than James Harden and not playing defense, they'll probably range from the fifth. They'll probably range from 5 to 7 all season. Utah at 7-5, sixth place. They're still young. That Hayward guy, he's a good guy, a good player. If he can avoid injury, he's starting to get nicked up now. So they'll probably stay within that range as well. Other than those 8 teams, Memphis might get hot and win a couple games. Little spurts, man, 3 or 4 game winning streaks. Can I see them making a move for that 8th place? Of course. I actually think that they will be the 8th team in the playoffs. And I know the season is young. The Lakers won't maintain that. I mean, they're 6-5. The Lakers won't maintain that. They're really young, and Luke Walton will have them playing way better. I have a bet going with one of my coworkers that the Lakers will win 23 games, or no more than 23 games. I'm probably going to lose that, seeing how they're playing now. They may get 30 wins, but hey, if they do, I got to pay my dues. I'm always losing as far as taking like little quick bets like that. So I'm just trying to be funny also and mess with him about the Lakers because he's a Lakers fan. So you know how that go, man. Memphis, yeah, they'll take that 8th spot. Sacramento, we'll see them next year. Minnesota, so I thought that they would be way better than 3-6, man. Like, oh man, that's tough. I thought that they were actually having chemistry. last year after watching them a couple times, man, I thought that Minnesota would be way better than 3-6. I actually thought that around now, at about 10, 11 games, they would be at least 7-5, 6-5. It's way better than 3-6 though. Denver, they haven't been the same since they had Melo. Man, Melo left that team, and you know I liked Denver back in the day, other than that logo and the sweet colors for a colorway on a fashion night. But yeah, man, Phoenix. Well, they got a long way to go. I'm just being real. Dallas, I think Dallas has a way to go. They're rebuilding, man. Dallas at 2-7, Phoenix at 3-8. Oh man, I hate to see that, but because I like Mark Cuban, I like Dallas, man. I really like Dirk. I think he's a great player. He's Hall of Famer. Back in the Jason Terry days, I liked him, man. And Tyson Chandler. They had a nice squad, man, but some just didn't click it. I don't know if they had any patience, but that team got old quick, and they disassembled that team back when those players played together. And then New Orleans, man, you got to feel bad for the Unibrow, man. Let's be real. The Unibrow putting up numbers just insane right now, insane. But he just don't have no help, man, and it's kind of like wasted talent. But I hope they can. They're at 2-9, Dallas at 2-7. I hope they can get it together for Unibrow, man, and at least make a run. But the shit, man. 2 years ago, they was right there in the playoff hunt. You know what I'm saying? The Pelicans was nice, but now all of a sudden, man, they just going downhill, man. And drafting wise, I don't know what they're doing, man. I mean, they got some help on a couple players, man. They'd be like, if the Lakers at 6-5, man, New Orleans way better than 2-9. Let's be real about that. You feel me? So let's switch over to the Eastern Conference, man. The Eastern Conference. Everybody always say the Cavs, the Cavs, the Cavs, the Cavs. Yeah, I mean they kind of got a cakewalk. Let's be real about it. Other than Atlanta, which they always crumb in the playoff, Toronto is the biggest threat, and I think a team you don't want to see is Charlotte. Cleveland at 8-1 right now. The Hawks at 7-2, Toronto at 7-2, the Charlotte Hornets at 6-3. I personally think the biggest challenge is going to come from the Hornets, man, at 6-3. I think they're going to pick up some steam, man. They got a young squad, but you know what, Jordan, he been patient enough. He didn't have some losing season, and he finally got that team right with Kemba and company, man. They're going to be nice, man. DeRozan, he's taking over, man. He averaging like 30 points a game this year. Whoever would have thought DeRozan would be averaging that early? So, I give props to Toronto. They kind of kept some of their players. And they made a great run last year. Poor Drake, man. Drake, if you ever watch this, Drake, man, I was rooting for you too, man, because the Raptors up north don't get no love, man. They're Canadian team. We think about Canadian, we think about hockey, man. Let's be real, but some people say you jinxed them though, Drake. So I'm just saying. But much love to Drake. Shouts out to Drake for that. For showing his team some love and sticking with him. But I think Charlotte's going to give you the Cavs a run this year, man, because they're young and they play fast too. So. They 6-3 record. I think they'll win at least about. They might get 50 wins this year, man. I wouldn't be surprised they get 50 wins. Toronto 50 wins easily. Atlanta they'll get 50. They'll get 50 wins, but they'll crumble in the playoffs. I don't know why. They're just like the football team, man. But we'll get to that in another segment. Chicago, they got my boy D Wade. They got Rondo, Jimmy Butler. They got guards, man, but some telling me they're going to get injured. I think they're going to wear down, man, as the season goes. And then, D-Wade ain't young no more, man. Rondo ain't young no more. And they had those little nagging injuries. I think Jimmy Butler going to have to carry that team all the way. Now, I am shocked that Bobby Portis, the Arkansas hometown homie, man, I don't know him personally, but I call him the homie because he's from Arkansas, where I'm from. But I thought Bobby Portis would be going, he'd be getting more Wade playing time. He would get more playing time than he is this year. He barely plays, man. This guy's averaging a double-double in college. He kind of has a weird type, athletic type swag, but he can get you 10-10, 12-10 all day, baby. You got to play that guy, man. I think Chicago will win about, I'm going to go 42 wins, man. They'll get in because the Eastern Conference is kind of weak. The Milwaukee Bucks, they got that young squad, Greek the Freak. They at 5-4, the Bulls at 6-4. I think Milwaukee will get in, of course. They'll win about 42 games, just like Chicago. They'll get in. Jason Kidd's still there, man. I kind of shocked at that 5-4 record. I actually thought that they would be about 7-2-ish. maybe about 6-3. That 5-4 record, it's a game or two difference, but I thought that they would be at least in that fourth spot where Charlotte is at. And then Detroit, 6-5. Detroit is Detroit, man. No, they kind of like the old school Detroit Pistons, that grimy grit and grind. Well, that grit and grind, fight it out, win type. They don't win. They're like the Baltimore Ravens when you watch them on TV. Like, it's like one of those slow paced games that you don't. There's no excitement in the game. They just play. That's how Detroit plays to me. And no disrespect to Detroit or the city, but they just kind of they get grind out wins, and you know what I'm saying. So it's nothing that's really exciting about watching them play though. Boston, this is where it's crazy. Boston is 5-5, man. I thought that they would be at least in second place. Man, and some people got Boston beating the Cavs for the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, really? And they 5-5 right now? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know the season is young. We got a long way to go to 82 games, but after 10 games, Boston the 8th spot at 5-5. I probably wouldn't have. I would have never said, guessed that, man. I would have never had them at that. I would have had them at least in the first, second, or third spot. So, Boston, come on, man. Pick it up. Pick that slack up, man. Let's go, man. Isaiah Thomas, hey, man, you can't do it by yourself, but you got some people stepping up. Al Horford, man. They'll get back. They'll get it going. But 8th spot, I can't see them finishing 8. I'm gonna put them at. I'm gonna say they'll finish around about 5th, man. They'll finish ahead of the Bulls. They might catch Charlotte, but I don't know. Indiana at 5-6. Paul George, you need to go and get traded, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you're the franchise player. You'll probably be the last to go, but man, you ain't got too many years left in your tank, man. Go to another team, man. The Knicks. Thank you. You fill in that blank right there. You fill in that blank. Carmelo, I know you did it for the city, did it for the love, man. I just hate to see that, man. I really do. Just like Paul George, man. You probably going to just retire Nick, man, and when you get a ring, man, it ain't looking like it. Let's be real. Man, we'll go more into detail about that in later segments, man. But I don't know, Carmelo. Damn, I hate to see that, man. Cause you hooping, man. You hooping, but you represent two at the same time. So what do you draw the line at? What decision do you make? I understand where you're coming from, cause Brooklyn actually at 4-4 with the Knicks. That's pretty good for Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn used to be at the bottom of the standing where the Philadelphia 76ers are at. 1-9. Well, the Sixers, that last. I thought Brooklyn would be right down there also, but the Washington Wizards are 2-7. I thought that they would be way better than that. John Wall and company, come on, man. Come on. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. But then, coaching always is a thing, too. Miami's at 2-7. That's pretty much, well, I mean, we kind of foreseen that. 2-7, not so much, but we kind of foreseen them at the bottom after Dwayne Wade left. I understand they didn't want to rebuild and get younger players. Hey, I understand, man. Orlando 4-7, that's about right where I would have you at. Serge Ibaka had a good game against the Thunder, man. I guess he wanted to show them that, hey, y'all should have traded me or y'all should have paid me and kept him. I would never thought they would have got rid of Serge. I thought Serge was pretty good. He was quiet. He didn't bother nobody. Didn't complain from what I understand and hear about it or see. It was sad to see him go, man, because I kind of felt like OKC kind of gave up the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? But, he with Orlando, they got back Oladipo on the other side of that trade or that, Oladipo young, so OKC going young with Westbrook. I totally understand. They looked good after the first about 5-6 games, but then you ran to Golden State, and then after that loss, you kind of lost a little bit of mojo. I think OKC will rebound, and I think that, unfortunately, Orlando, you'll probably stay right where you at, on the outside looking in. So, that's my thoughts of actually the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference on today's day, the 15th. After the games tonight, we'll keep coming on it as the games come and go day to day. So our schedule for tonight, man, for Tuesday, November 15th, Toronto at Cleveland, 6 o'clock game, NBA TV. I'm gonna actually take Cleveland on that, man. But you know what, though? It's going to be a close game, man. I think DeRozan and LeBron finna light it up tonight. I can see it being a close game. If it goes into OT, I wouldn't even be shocked, man. I'm going to go Cleveland, man. I'm going to take Cleveland. I'm going to even try to guess the scores on some of these, man, just to mess with y'all. And subscribe to Crunk Hour if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to Crunk Hour on YouTube, man. Crunk Hour Inc., man. That's my my little company name I had. You know, I've been having it for a minute. So once again, we hooting and hollering right now for Tuesday, November 15th. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna go like, man, I'm gonna go like 107 to like 104, man. And if it goes into OT, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised at all or whatever. So the next game up, it would be Atlanta at Miami, 6:30 game. I'm gonna actually take Atlanta to win that on the road. Like I said, Miami has Whiteside, but he ain't gonna be enough, man. They got too many. Atlanta got too many other players, and you know, other than that, the Whiteside kid, man, the little point guard Tyler Johnson, and then you got Joe Johnson. But I just, you know, you got Richardson come off the bench. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough for Atlanta, man. Atlanta got too much going on. Plus, the White Howard's going. That's going to be a good matchup though. The White Howard with Whiteside. So I'm gonna take Atlanta to win that game. The next game up is Charlotte at Minnesota. This actually would surprise me if Charlotte actually lost that game. Minnesota at home plays way better than they do on the road, and I'm gonna take Minnesota. I think Wiggins and company gonna show up tonight, man. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Gonna take that at the house. Charlotte, you know, they might kind of drop that game right there. It's a tough place to play right there. They play at 7 o'clock tonight, and this is all Central Time as well. Chicago at Portland. Oh, that's gonna be a game. That's gonna be a point guard game right there. That's gonna be one of the pickup games at the park right there. Big mans, you might well just go and sit down for the night. Might well go and sit it down if you big, because this gonna be up and down the court all day with the guards. You got 3 guards on Chicago: Rondo, Wade, and Butler, and then you got McCollum and you got McCollum and Lillard, but that right there, and then you got my other mans on Portland as well. That's going to be a high score. I can see, well, it might be a high scoring game, but it's going to be definitely up and down the court, man. Big man posting up tonight, no, probably going to get a lot of rebound from a lot of shots. But other than that, I'm going to go with Portland in that, man. I'm going to go with Portland and probably about, I wouldn't be surprised if they win it about 7 or 8. Jimmy Butler have a big game, though. Brooklyn at the Lakers. Oh, man. Well, you know, this is going to definitely be a cool game, but won't be nothing too exciting. But it is cool watching the Lakers play, though, with all that, you know, little controversy, locker room snitching and all that stuff that's going on. So it is going to be interesting to see them actually play. Like I said, interesting. I didn't say it's going to be really something to tune into. But that going back to that Chicago and Portland game, that game is at 9 o'clock on NBA TV. So if you're looking for that game, it's at 9 o'clock Central on NBA TV, 9 p.m. That Brooklyn at LA game, man. Once again, Luke Walton got them playing. They got them young boys playing. I'm going to actually take the Lakers in that, man. The Lakers going to beat Brooklyn, even though Brooklyn is a little bit better than they was last year as far as, you know, wins and as far as their record goes so far. But that Lakers squad, man, is young. They even got a bench, though, man. They got a young bench, too. That's just as better than the starters. So I'm going to go with the Lakers on that, man. That tip-off is 9:30 Central. So I'm going to take the Lakers over Brooklyn. And that's all the matchups that we have for in the NBA tonight, man. We'll be posting another video here shortly. We're going to do other sports as well, but tonight is our NBA night. You also have college basketball going on as well, so we'll flip over to that right now. So, but this is your NBA ticker for Tuesday, November 15th, man. We got 5 games on the slate, 2 on NBA TV. And the tip-off for that Cleveland-Toronto game is at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So, once again, this is Title Reason, man. You know, we hooting and hollering. Crunk Hour Inc., you know how we do it. You know, like I said, feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube, man. And let me know what y'all think, man. We're gonna do these games, matchups, and talk shit about the NBA because y'all know how the NBA is. It's a whole different NBA nowadays. So, let me know what you guys think, man. Give me your opinions about your team if I didn't mention it today. And I'll talk with you guys later, man. Peace out.